Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in. Today, if you didn't guess it from the thumbnail already, we're going to talk about we're going to put our 2 cents in on the Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou fight that just happened this weekend in Saudi Arabia. So, yeah, I'm gonna have. Well, hey, listen, I could say what I thought because it's like
you go first this time.
Okay.
All right.
Everybody the fight happened, and it was a great fight, and it was a lot different than anybody else expected. Everybody else thought that Tyson Fury was just gonna run through him or knock him spark out in the fifth or sixth round is what people were talking about. Tyson Fury said the sixth round, but once he got in there, I think after that knockdown, he started to be like, oh shoot, okay, maybe he's not, maybe he's tougher than I thought, So he didn't want to feel that feeling again, and he started like doing sensible boxing. And the thing is that what everybody is going off of is that Francis Ngannou came up from a lot. He used to work in the mines and came up from that. Then he was a championship UFC fighter, which is great. And then he stepped into the boxing against the best boxer in the world and he knocked him down. So people are like, they see the knockdown, they didn't see the knockdown happen from the other side. So automatically it looks like a win.
Yeah, but especially if you're not a boxer.
If you're not a boxer. But if you look at the scorecards, then you'll see that he got knocked down, he did, but afterwards, just like that Wilder fight, he got up and he just boxed him up. He just jabbed him up, crossed him up, and he came out on top. And it just wasn't. The thing is, it wasn't Tyson Fury, and he knows this too. He knows this himself. It just wasn't his best performance.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know where he didn't go. The thing I like about Tyson Fury is that he's making zero excuses. Yeah. He's saying, no, I did a good training camp and I did my best. I trained hard. I had one of my best training camps, but I just went out there and,
Yeah. I agree with you on all that. I guess some other points, my opinion, things I want to bring up is agree with Ryan on like after he got knocked down and he started throwing he was boxing him up, but it doesn't mean he was pushing him around necessarily. But when you look at scorecards and tally up points in the sport of boxing, how the rules are, and that Tyson, and again, we haven't gone back and watched it and tallied point for point, but I have looked around and like one of the ones I saw, and please let us know if you see something else or if, add on to that, was Tyson Fury had 71 punches landed. Ngannou had 59. Jabs, Fury 39, Ngannou 22. Headshots, 57, Fury 33, Ngannou. Knockdowns, 0, Fury 1, Francis Ngannou. So according to the rules of boxing, and they're in a boxing match, Tyson Fury did win. But damn, Francis Ngannou really...
Francis Ngannou... Francis Ngannou, he came out...
And go on.
No, I was going to say, I felt that he did the best out of anybody that's come out of the UFC switching to boxing.
Oh,
because we all know, listen, Conor McGregor is a good fighter. Yeah. But everyone that's not in denial...
Everyone that knows boxing.
Everyone knows boxing knows Floyd was just messing with him. Floyd was messing with him, trying to, basically take him into deep waters and just finish him off like he did. But this fight was not that case. Yeah. You know what I mean? This fight, Tyson Fury was in trouble, and he knew it, and he was just like, okay, I'm just gonna get back to why I'm the best boxer in the world.
Yeah. So
You know what
I
I
would
mean?
say, again, I like Fury and I like Ngannou. I've been following them for a while.
Yep.
Went back and watched fights that they had way before I got into this. I genuinely like both of them. I definitely think they're both talented in their respective sports.
Yep.
I dreamed of the scenario fight that we watched. I was like, that's what I would like.
Yeah.
But I did not think that would happen. I thought Fury would just set some traps up and like Ngannou's tough as shit, would be able to handle the hits, would be able, but like I didn't think he was gonna look like a pure boxer that
he looked
fast.
good.
Even for training for a year. It doesn't matter. Like
that trainer that he had.
This is my next point. His trainer, yes, Mike Tyson did come in and help for some, but like his daily trainer,
he was a real one.
Dewey Cooper, that's what it was.
Dewey Cooper, yo.
Him and his team, that shows you what great coaching can do. And 100%. You could watch in the corners, like Tyson Fury, for example, in the corners. Tyson Fury's been fighting his whole life. He knows exactly what the fuck is going on. He knows exactly, like, oh my God, I'm setting up traps. And like when he was trying to do the uppercut, when hug thing, which I want you to talk about later, he couldn't even do that. And we're like, especially you are noticing even more, like, man, Fury's trying to set things up, and it's not happening, which is unusual for Fury because he can usually set things up.
Yeah.
I like both fighters. I think, obviously, both are really decorated in their sports. I do think Tyson did win according to boxing rules and points. But if you were to say who got messed up the most, Tyson did.
Yep.
And Francis looked like a great boxer. He listened to his coaches in the corner. Like, they were telling him, like, hey, this is what's happening to him. Yeah. Do this. And he listened.
Yep.
So that also shows how important it is because there's so many talented athletes.
To listen to your coach.
Yeah. And make sure you get a good coach. Like, so he did his due diligence. He found a great coach. Like, I don't know how that all got sorted and worked out, but like that guy was awesome. We have watched YouTube videos on him, and we watched like the Karate Kid go, or the Karate Nerd. Sorry,
Jesse.
Jesse. Yeah, and so like
that was a real episode.
We're familiar. Where I'm like, okay, that guy's actually telling him, like, yeah, you better not just, like solid stuff. Yeah. So that was my opinion on who I think really did win versus who maybe everyone else, like non-boxing people, think won. I am frustrated by MMA fans being like, boxing sucks because of this. But if you think boxing sucks because of the rules, I can see what you mean. If you think boxing sucks because there's all these crossover fights, or it's, the money's so big that maybe it's unfair, or I don't think the judges were wrong in this one, but there have been some really bad judging
all the time,
especially this year. We've caught a handful, so it's like, man, I can see why you'd be upset like with that as a sport of boxing. I can see certain things, but if you just think boxing sucks because Tyson won, you didn't think he won, then you don't understand boxing. Do I think MMA fighters can easily transition into boxing? I don't think typically, and I definitely don't think vice versa also.
Yeah.
And I do think most boxers that would jump into the MMA ring would definitely get their ass kicked, just like most that come over. And I do think...
But also just recognizing that everybody has a puncher's chance. Even if you're if you've never boxed before, you get in there, you're a fighter, it's a fight, you have a puncher's chance, but highly unlikely.
Tyson Fury thought Ngannou would be more awkward.
Yeah.
And he said some things at the end, but like looking at it, I was like, I don't think, especially for a heavyweight, like I thought he looked like a boxer, and he like had some solid stances, solid defense, solid offense. Like I thought he looked great. And he took a couple hard hits and, like, didn't even blink. And he took, like, an accidental elbow. Francis Fury took this elbow and I swear he didn't even blink.
He was like, used to it.
I was like, oh, my God. So, I was super happy with the fight. I'm so happy for Francis. I think he's actually in the top 10 rankings now because of how well he did. I don't know all that for sure. I need to do.
I can't wait to see Francis Ngannou.
He's gonna
versus like
nobody's gonna want to fight him.
or Joshua or Wilder.
Curious to see how the Usyk fight goes, and
oh yeah, that's
I'm
right.
excited for Francis to be in the boxing world, and like
oh yeah, me too.
And
I
I
can't wait
love
to see
watching Mike Tyson.
Oh, yeah.
Like we're throwing some jokes around there, but like I just thought it was great, and it is a great story. He did come from nothing. He did build himself. He does believe in himself.
Yeah,
and he
did great.
Yeah, no, if you
yeah.
you gotta have the athletic ability. You have to believe in yourself. You have to have money, funds, the sponsorship and like be able to get the great coaches. You have to find the great coaches, because we see so many athletes, like even Deontay Wilder is one of them, switching coaches up, not having the right coaches, not this, and like you're like, man, that can destroy you. So yeah, I think all the puzzle pieces came together for him. Fury had a great mature attitude about it, like, and that's hard to do right after a fight. We saw some of all the fights before, and there was like 2 heavyweights before.
Yeah.
And one of the guys, I'm sure you guys see it trending, he hit the ref at the end, pushed the ref, hit it. And it's like, man, like I understand in the heat of the moment, and you weren't attacking the guy, but like you're a pro. You're a big dude, and it's a little ref, like
and the ref is there to save you.
He saved that guy's life.
You're not doing anything.
Yeah.
You're not really showing any whatever by picking on the ref.
Yeah.
That's
also something I thought about since this fight, or I've thought about many times, but like boxing compared to MMA, and like who's tougher, who's better, what are these crossovers. I just think it's fun seeing combat athletes get at it.
Yeah.
And boxing is a fighting chess game. Mm-hmm. You set traps, you read people, you read things. It's about different like finesse with your footwork and understanding that other opponent, which I like that element also. But I also love watching MMA, but I do not see it as a calculated chess. You still got to be highly skilled. You still have to react. You still have to be able to take train all these mixed amount of martial arts. And it's a whole different thing to me. They're totally separate, but they're both fighters, and they're both tough.
Yeah,
like, male,
it's
female,
a tough world. But
weight.
MMA, since it's different sports in one, it's almost like, I don't know, playing a couple of games of chess.
Yeah, it's complicated.
It's all like a science.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just depends on who uses it as a science. Because some people just want to go in and fight.
Yeah.
But some people are smart, and they'll think before they do things, and they'll do sensible combos.
Yeah.
And
boxing, similar rules. I know they've changed different rounds. They've changed the time of the rounds. Certain rules have changed, and the 4 big federations and stuff. But side note: Amanda Serrano fighting the men's 3-minute 12 rounds. Awesome.
Yeah.
But MMA has still, and UFC specifically, has still been developing. Like, what was it, 98, 99 when it first started?
Yeah, something like that.
Like, it hasn't been around as long as boxing to, like, settle in. But it's developed a lot, and it's very professional.
Mixed martial arts.
It's not where it was when it started.
I remember when mixed martial arts couldn't be in certain states.
Yeah. Like,
you know what I mean? But, with the
rules
rules
wild
set.
in the beginning.
Oh, in the beginning was no holds barred.
So I know, like, UFC, like, there's going to be a lot of change and development. And I think the fact that MMA guys are going to take these boxing fights because they know they can get money, like,
payday,
especially with the Jake Paul stuff.
And they'll get their hands
not even to knock him, but to know, like, yeah, man, I'll do it for millions of dollars. Like, I used to get beat up in practice. Like, I've been knocked out in practice. Like, I've been choked in practice. Like, sure. Like, I think can show, like, hey, whether it's Dana White or not, like, whatever the how it really is on the inside, pay your athletes more. Pay them more. Like, they deserve more.
Yeah.
Even $1 million after a year of training and cut it up between all the stuff you have to pay for, you're not left with that much. Yeah. Like, I'm a female athlete for Team USA, and I was really broke. So, like, I really know. But overall, great fight. I thought both athletes did great. I am so stoked for Francis. I can't wait to watch where he goes. I'm stoked to see how Tyson Fury, I won't use the word full comeback, but like how he takes us to fight Usyk, how he handles, because they're both in their 30s. They both they're not old, but they're not young. They're mature. Like, how are you gonna, like, Fury's like, I've already beaten all the best people, but now Francis is out here. So like, are you gonna take it again? And he just wants to be the most highly paid athlete of all time. So like, is he just gonna run with that goal now? Like, where's his head at? I'm curious to see where they both go. I enjoyed it. I love boxing. I thought they did great. The refs, judges, I thought were fine.
When the fight happened, after the fight happened, I didn't really like jump up. I was like, yeah, whatever, because
you like both of
I like both of them, and I was kind of confused.
Yeah.
Because what I knew was gonna happen happened.
Yeah.
Because Tyson Fury won.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was going to be like that. I didn't think he was going to win
on calculated points.
Yeah, like by like almost losing.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean?
First scorecard judge had
it as a draw.
Yeah,
he had it as Francis. Yeah, had it as Francis.
And so which I have to go back and watch, but I've never even seen that be said. Like, holy, what? Like, for Tyson Fury, but. I thought it was awesome. Francis was amazing. And
he did amazing. And he did, I don't like, as far as like the win to get the W, I know he won in it.
Yeah.
But with the result that he got and how he did, I don't think he really cares. I don't think he's like, damn, let down. I think he's really happy.
Yeah.
Because he made a statement. He
his whole story. At the end,
yeah.
He said, no, I did come here to win.
Yeah.
I did. And but now I know I can win.
Yeah.
He's like, this is his first professional match against.
I remember him against the best.
The best of ever. Like,
I remember him saying
ever. Like,
him saying that he was talking to somebody and he said he was telling them that in the beginning he wasn't sure because it's a new thing.
Yeah.
Then like afterwards, after like the first round or something, he was like, "Oh, I can do this shit."
Yeah.
So he had that realization.
He didn't say this opinion. I think after he took a couple hard hits from Fury, knowing like, I'm sure that hurt, but like, I'm okay. I've done this. I've been hit before.
Yeah.
I think my interpretation is when he was like, I can.
Yeah, give you confidence.
But like his coaches were so good.
They were on it. Yeah.
And he's so disciplined and listened.
Tyson Fury would go, and he would almost like grab Ngannou. Like he'd go around and grab him. And I was looking and I was like, he's setting something up. I was like, he's setting up that uppercut. And after a while, because he went in, he'd go down and he'd grab him. Go down and he'd grab him. And then go down, throw that uppercut just to mess with his timing and just be a trapper.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was cool. I like spotting when I see boxers thinking out of plan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I can usually spot it. I can usually because if they do something and it's like a little throwaway, I understand that, okay, they're just trying to see how that person reacts so they can come in with a cleanup. But yeah, that was cool. I thought it was cool that Tyson, I saw his little setups.
Francis also did, Tyson said he was going to try and get him with an uppercut. You saw him setting traps or messing with him to try the uppercut. I saw him get a little bit on, didn't do anything to Francis for that particular thing.
Yeah.
Francis said in an interview something, he's like, I'm going to do a Superman punch. And near the last 20 seconds or whatever, he did a Superman punch. And I was like...
Listen, I remember when I was boxing,
Yeah.
I did the Superman punch in the ring, and the referee was like, was Bobby Dixon.
Yeah.
He was like, he did just this. He was like, basically like, keep it on the floor. Because I was like, I remember I was thinking, I was like, well, it's boxing. I was like, why can't I do a Superman punch? I'm punching with my hand, but I guess.
Wow, that's funny. I didn't know that story. That's hilarious.
Yeah. I can show you the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought it was kind of cool that they both kind of, there's always the hype and always the shit talking or this, and they both were respectful, but both believed in themselves. Both had like maybe a little funny thing to say about somebody or something. But he said uppercuts and he said Superman. They did. I was like,
they did their thing.
It was kind of nice.
Did you catch when Ngannou, like right after he knocked Tyson Fury down?
Oh, and
he was over him like doing this too. I was like, oh, he's talking smack.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was a dope fight. And
that's probably one of my top ones of the year.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It was really dope, and I just can't wait to see what's next. What's next is the Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk fight. You know, and I can't wait for that.
And Usyk was there, like you could see video trending of him like reacting to when Tyson fell, and he's just thinking like, I gotta fight this guy in December. Get back up, man. Like, you're not canceling my fight.
He was yelling tips. He was trying to give him tips.
He's like, yo. And
so with that said,
that was crazy.
What round do you think Tyson Fury is gonna beat Alexander Usyk in? I'm just kidding, but I do think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But
again, I like Usyk.
I like Usyk too.
There's some part of me that always cheers for the underdog
he's
too.
A great boxer.
And not that he's fully an underdog, but he is a bit in this.
But whatever.
Let us know what you think about the next fight. Let us know what you think about this fight. Let us know.
Let us know anything.
Yeah, if you caught anything that they were trying, or
what's your opinion? Did you like it? Let us know.
You think the scorecards were fair? Anything?
Drop it down below, and that's it. We'll see you next time.